Tell them.
They're hoping he'll show them where the other ones are.
You mean there's more than one of these things?
Oh, Desmond, you have no idea.
Is there a problem, Miss
No,
Stillman?
Warren. Everything's Denver on my end.
Then, where are the files?
I've got to move these files before he gets suspicious. We'll talk more later.
Wait, what's that mean, everything's Denver?
It means everything's fine.
Why Denver?
It's a reference to Denver International Airport. There's an underground facility there. It's where the accident happened.
See if I can pick up a pen. No? Okay. Anything in here? Am I down to one toilet roll? I think I am. It's funny. He's actually been going through, like, using the toilet roll. She left her pen? No. Of course not. Alright. Let's see. Warren, your pen. Have we read this? Oh yeah, we've read that. From Nancy. He's read that. How about this? And I think we've read that as well. Outbox. Ah, deleted items. Until on dire, with the last at least 20 dead in accident, assume this is the site of launch. If not launch, then certainly assembly should try and infiltrate. What is purpose of launch? Low Earth orbit transmitter for artifact. Extension of conditioned response experiments from 5 years ago. If successful, we control everything. Our minds. What about Desmond? They're using him to locate another artifact. I have been delaying, but they are close now. Does he know about us? No. Good, keep it that way for now. Can you send rescue? Down there, we, every capital letter, w, e, we will, we will, we will be, we will be T, will be H, we will be there soon. We will be there soon. We will be there soon. Okay. Gonna be here soon, apparently. Alright. Let's see if I can access his computer. Yet. Oh, hello. Let's check this first. Hurricane season, alright, from us Abstergo Newswire Services. Daily headline: Hurricane season ends, but in not the way you think. Increasingly erratic weather patterns have caused the Global Weather Association to abolish the term hurricane season. Once confirmed to be the months of June through November, hurricane duration, frequency, strength, and location have increased to the point where most coastal cities now live in constant fear of these devastating storms. Abstergo satellite launch postponed, citing last-minute adjustments to their new all-in-one telecommunications satellite. Abstergo have postponed the launch of their first satellite until December 21st. They maintain that their patented technology will allow faster, more reliable data transmission than previous generation satellites, which suffered from delays and interference. Tension mounts over Atlantic drilling. The US and EU are once again facing heavy criticism for their decision to begin construction of jointly owned oil platforms in the Weddell Sea. Several supranational unions opposed the work, claiming it violates the Antarctic Treaty System. The situation has been further complicated by the presence of two naval destroyers said to be in the region for reasons unrelated to the construction. Mr. Rifkin, I'm hoping you'll be able to help me understand why even 5 years after the fact no one is willing to let me... so that's from Lucy. I will be out of the office starting to set in at the 1st. I will return on October the 1st. In case of emergency, please contact my assistant Aubrey Jacobs at extension 1003. You told me this wasn't going to be a problem, and here she is stirring up the shit again. Deal with this, Warren. You vouched for her. You're responsible for her. Oh. Oh yes, we've already read that. Okay. Guess the shit's really hit the fan this time. Someone managed to leak a bunch of documents on the food right enhancement studies. Now the pharmaceuticals division is under investigation by the feds. They've shut down the entire place. Did you see what was in those reports? What the hell were they thinking? They pretty much poisoned an entire town. Wow, you've been watching the news. Stock is going to take a hit from this for sure. Want to grab lunch to get today? It's about these idiots in the pills division. We're putting out a press release about the satellite telling them the launch has been delayed until the 21st so that we can make improvements to the coverage area. Some stuff about less dropped calls for the benefit of our consumers, of course. Let's make sure you get what you need in time to meet the new launch window. From Alan Ricken to Warren Beck. I've downloaded an analysis of your latest findings into the secure terminal in the conference room. It is critical that you review it and get back to us with any additional comments. We cannot continue the search until you sign off. Please make this a priority. I can't access the computer. It wants a password. I'll call security for you. Check your emails shortly. 000627677. Okay. Hundreds hospitalized in wake of water tampering scandal. Abstergo Holdings stands accused of secretly manipulating a small town's water supply in order to test a synthetic drug referred to internally as new fluoride. Nation mourns the loss of Final Film Studio. History was made today with the closing of the country's last movie studio. The rising prominence of video games coupled with rampant piracy are considered to be the leading causes of its demise. Hitbox. Yeah. We've read that. We've read that. Deleted items. As a general reminder to... Yeah, we've read that. I know what you're doing. I know what you did. I saw him. He had a metal ball. It opened. They went crazy. Shooting, stabbing, tore each other to pieces. I know it was you people. I saw the logo. I heard the name. I'm going to tell anyone who will listen. You will be exposed. They'll know the truth, and then you'll pay. You crazy bastards. You'll pay. Okay. Let's see if I can get into the conference room. Access this secure terminal. Apparently not. Alright, well, looks like I'm gonna have to go to bed. Dun dun dun. The following morning.
Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't...
It doesn't what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
What a dick. Alright. Let's do this. Let's do the final mission, or whatever it is. Almost the final mission.
Whenever you're ready, just select the memory you'd like to visit.
You can use stealth kills to create a distraction by throwing a knife, pushing somebody off a roof, or performing a stealth assessment.
Come in, my student. We have much to discuss. We are close, Altair. Robert de Sable is now all that stands between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The Peace of Eden is temptation given form. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then.
Yes and no. He dreamed, still dreams, like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
No, Altair. How can you not see when you're the one that opened my eyes to this?
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood, to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange, to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altair. Such thoughts are poison, and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced, then, to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way, through you. What was each killing, if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend you strength. Go, Altair. It's time to finish this.
Okay. Extra throwing knives. It's good that... Are we quite done?
When will he stop acting like a fool?
doing? Focus on your target.
There's jealous because I'm epic.
He's going to hit someone.
He better not cause any trouble.